to week 51 of the Monologue project, also known as I Have No Sense of Self-Control, and so we're going to keep this going. So I've already gone through all 50 monologues in the other book, so I got a new one. So now we have the American Theater book of monologues for women by, what's the publisher on this puppy? Edited by Stephanie Cohen, Theater Communications Group. So there you go. So that's what we're going to do with this. So there's actually, I believe it's 101 monologues in this particular book, and they're sort of sorted by themes. So the first theme is, was I wrong to side with the living? So the whole first section of monologues that we'll have, and I think there's like 10 in each group or so, is going to be, was I wrong to side with the living? This week's piece is Marisol by Jose Rivera. The character is Angel. I actually really like Jose Rivera. I have done some Jose Rivera in the past. I love how it's simultaneously sort of heightened language, but at the same time it's very modern and edgy, I guess, for lack of a better thing. This one's particularly interesting because the character Angel is exactly that. So she is Marisol's guardian angel. It's a great piece. It's supposed to be an African-American woman, so it's a great piece for people of color, probably 20s, 30s. Really cool, very interesting, lots of fun words that you can play with. So have fun diving into that. This is Marisol by Jose Rivera, Angel. I kick-started your heart, Marisol. I wired your nervous system. I pushed your fetal blood in the right direction and turned the foam in your infant lungs to oxygen. When you were 6 and your parents were fighting, I helped you pretend you were underwater, that you were a cold-blooded fish in the bottom of the black ocean, far away and safe. When racist motherfuckers ran you out of school at 10, screaming, I turned the monsters into little columns of salt. At last count, one plane crash, one collapsed elevator, one massacre at the hands of a right-wing fanatic with an Uzi, and 66,603 separate sexual assaults never happened because of me. Now the bad news. I can't expect you to understand the political ins and outs of what's going on, but you have eyes. You asked me questions about children and water and war and the moon, the same questions I've been asking myself for 1,000 years. The universal body is sick, Marisol. Constellations are wasting away. The nauseous stars are full of blisters and sores. The infected earth is running a temperature, and everywhere the universal mind is racked with amnesia, boredom, and neurotic obsessions. Because God is old and dying and taking the rest of us with him. And for too long, much too long, I've been looking the other way, trying to stop the hemorrhage with my little hands, with my prayers, believing if I could only love God more, things would get better. But it didn't work. And I knew if I didn't do something soon, it would be too late. I called a meeting, and I urged the heavenly hierarchies, the seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, principalities, powers, virtues, archangels, and angels to vote to stop the universal ruin by slaughtering our senile God. And they did. Listen well, Marisol. Angels are going to kill the King of Heaven and restore the vitality of the universe with his blood. And I'm going to lead them.